There was a fatality in the box office this weekend.
And the Oscars changed it way up.
Mm-hmm.
Movie minds.
Let's talk about that.
Woo!
Hey guys, this is Ish.
And this is Ant.
And we're Movie Minds, where we keep you up to date with all the movie news, reviews, and some shows.
And guys, check us out on all our social media platforms, guys. Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, all those crazy things. Twitter as well. Other than that, we're getting right into it.
Let's go on to Worthy Mentions.
Guys, at the Oscars last night, none other than Mr. Steven Spielberg. Spielberg released his new trailer, his first little snippet teaser trailer of the Academy Award winning hit West Side Story. What'd you think, man?
Dude, I'm such a huge fan of that musical. I grew up watching it here and there. I'm not a really big musical fan, to be honest with you, but I truly believe that this is the standard. Like, you have to, when you're talking about musicals, that's really the golden standard. I know a lot of Grease fans are out there, but I think this is the one that takes the money, and I'm really excited for the remake, especially because it's in the hands of Spielberg.
Yeah, I've never seen the original West Side Story,
really?
And I know it's like one of those movies just up there, like with Godfather, that I haven't seen. When when I tell people I haven't seen it, they're like, "What the heck are you talking about?" Yeah. I've never seen it. It's never really captured my attention that way, because I'm not a big musical guy either. However, Grease was always playing in my house because of my sister, so I'm a Grease fan, I guess, and I still enjoy it. So I'm glad it is. I watched the trailer. I thought it was pretty interesting, just in Spielberg fashion. The trailer delivered in very many ways. It got me excited to want to watch it. It's a musical, and I'm not a musical guy, so I mean, I am, but I'm not.
I'm excited to see the guy from Baby Driver. What's his name?
Yeah.
Ansel Elgort.
Yes.
That guy is legit. I can't wait. That was perfect casting over there.
Yeah, he's a great actor. So. But anyway, in other news, guys, we have news of the Stone Aged family coming back to a series helmed by Elizabeth Bank producing and her production company. The Flintstones are coming back. A lot of attempts have been made in the past, including by Seth MacFarlane, to try to make them come back. And now with this series, we can probably await that there may be some feature films as well coming back. This family, the Flintstones, is something I grew up with, that I loved, and they're always looking to make it into a film, always make it into movies. There's 2 movies right now out there. Anyway, What do you think?
Yeah, Elizabeth Banks is out there making some moves, man. She's out just doing that Charlie's Angels thing. She's gonna be Boss, right, or something like that. What's his name?
Yeah,
I forgot. Bosley. Thank you. So honestly, this is this again another cartoon standard. Like, there's just nothing out there like it since the very beginning. I mean, there's a bunch of copies from it, but Flintstones is amazing, and I still like the 90s movie. I actually really like
John Goodman and Rick Moranis.
Yeah, I actually really did enjoy that movie.
Rosie O'Donnell.
I'm super... Dude, Rosie O'Donnell's perfect casting, dude.
Yeah, she was great. I love that movie. I watched that cartoon when I was a little kid. Yeah. Obviously, I'm older. I'm the older guy here, so I grew up with this cartoon in my life. Getting back from school and watching it, even though it was already old Hanna-Barbera cartoon. I still really enjoyed it. I'm excited that it comes back. I know it's coming back in a way where it's not really for kids per se, but it's also for adults. So I guess, TV 13 maybe or something. I don't know.
Rick and Morty, that joint.
Yeah, we'll see what happens. That's cool. But excited to have them back. Anyway, those are your worthy mentions.
Yeah, guys, let's go on to Hot Tops, the good stuff.
Hot Tops.
Good stuff. This weekend was an amazing weekend for the box office, the biggest overall weekend of the COVID-19 era, according to the ComScore, with an estimated of $54.2 million in revenue across all reopened North American theaters, dude. Mortal Kombat ranked in $22.5 million of its own.
Yeah.
On its own, dude. So these numbers may not sound very impressive for most movies, but do you think this is enough to make Mortal Kombat into its own cinematic universe, MKU?
Well, I mean, I mean, we're still in somewhat of a COVID era because of HBO Max putting it on their platform and taking away the ability to go and watch it at the theater. So those 22 millions probably sounds pretty accurate. Probably would have made 30 or so maybe if it wouldn't been for HBO Max and the fact that they have other streaming services out there, or people not wanting to go because there's still, this whole COVID factor.
Yeah.
54 million is what it made worldwide, which is not too shabby of a number. I think that it does warrant an applause, and it's starting to get normalized. It's starting to make this movie starts to make the movie industry or the theater going experience or the box office that much more normal.
Right.
So I am excited about it. I am excited that it did that, even though the movie had its hiccups here and there.
Yeah. So I get like flashbacks of when we used to do the box office on the very beginning of the show.
Yeah.
And these numbers are so cool to hear. I'm really excited to see some normalcy with inside theaters, of course. I actually applaud Mortal Kombat for making those numbers. Even though it was on HBO Max, if you guys haven't watched it, I think you guys should totally watch that movie. Actually, it broke records on HBO Max.
Yep.
Samba TV is reporting that it posted its most viewed weekend premiere ever, with New Line's Mortal Kombat clocking in at 3.8 million U.S. households. Actually, I was trying to watch it after we went to go see the movie in theaters. I was trying to watch it that Sunday night, and it was not working for me. Like, the sound was glitching, and then it was stopped, and I was like, man, what the heck is going on? I thought it was my freaking projector or something like that. I went into my computer, had the same problem. It was just being overloaded. A lot of people were watching it.
Watching it. Yeah, I think that the movie in itself, though, it did have... It was really fun, guys. It was a blockbuster movie. It was one of those movies that you want to watch. I'm not surprised about how many people watched it on HBO Max and why it got so saturated, because it was one of those movies that everybody knows. Everybody knows Mortal Kombat. Yeah. Even the little kids know Mortal Kombat. They know it because of the video games. It's one of the most popular video games out there. It gets, when the new Mortal Kombats come out, it's one of the highest viewed and grossing video games that come out, because they change it up. I mean, they add characters to those games, like Freddy Krueger and all these other characters such as like that. And so it's not a surprise to me that happened. The movie in itself, however, I watched it. I loved a lot of aspects about it. There's a lot of bad dialogue in it. The dialogue was pretty atrocious to be quite honest with you. One of the things that I did love, though, is that the fan service that they gave, it was right up my alley. It really made me happy. If anything, it's what saved the movie for me.
Yeah.
The new character that comes out there, Cole, he's a little because of the dialogue and what they gave him to work with. I think that I didn't really fall in love with the character completely, and I am not too sure if I was even that excited about his special power even. But I'm glad that they gave it to him. I'm glad that they made him a part of the Hashashi family, which is the Scorpion family. And I love what they did with Scorpion. I mean, that's one of the things that I most loved. And I absolutely adored what they did with Sub-Zero.
Oh, yeah.
And so I love the fact that they gave those two characters this really homage, this platform with this movie, saying, you know what, this movie is really about Scorpion and Sub-Zero, because those are the two characters that never change in the world of Mortal Kombat. Everybody thinks Mortal Kombat, people think Scorpion or Sub-Zero.
Yeah,
that's what they think.
They're the stars.
I love the movie in a lot of ways, and I hated the movie in a lot of other ways. And there was editing problems, there was dialogue issues, there was the way that the movie seemed really out of sync sometimes, and the way that they did certain things, and some things didn't really make sense or get explained. And so those are the reasons why I'm gonna go ahead and give Mortal Kombat a C+. a C plus, maybe a B minus. Maybe let's do B minus, but that's where I'm at with it.
Yeah, I was gonna do a B minus too.
Yeah,
I really enjoyed it. I had a fun time. Again, I wanted to go see it again. So I'm not gonna give crap on it at all. I mean, well, I am going to a little bit because I did have a lot of problems with it, especially the pacing, what he was talking about. But the dialogue, geez, I thought that 7-minute opening scene was really promising as far as dialogue is concerned, because that didn't feel it didn't feel corny, dude. It just felt like really well thought out pod dialogue. But then you get to points where you do have Louis Tan, which is the star. He says a lot of crap that I'm like, really, dude? That sounds horrible, dude. Anyway, I do like a lot of aspects of the movie, new things. His powers, actually, I really did enjoy. It reminded me more of like kind of like Black Panther is. He's like absorbing energy of sorts. That was really cool. He's like a tank. That was cool. But I really loved the powers, like the way that they were able to have a tattoo there, and then that kind of defines whether you're a chosen one for the Mortal Kombat. So that was a really cool addition. Whoever thought about that was genius. I loved the movie. I think it was well deserving for the numbers, and I think there is a lot of story to tell. So bring on MKU, dude. I'm all for that joint. Let's do it. It was fun.
Yes, I enjoyed it as well. So we'll see what happens. Maybe there'll be a sequel. Maybe there won't be. But I think the movie's going to probably make enough money to try to do it. I think they have to clear $90 million to break even. And if they make more than that, then I'm sure they'll probably greenlight it. So we will.
Let's do it.
See.
All
right, guys. For our second hot top. Everybody knows, not very many watched, but everybody knows that the Oscars happened this Sunday, and to a very disappointing watch on TV. I gotta admit, I did not watch them. And so
I was watching Mortal Kombat.
I didn't watch them. To be honest, I couldn't. There was no way. I got here late, and I couldn't.
DVR, right?
Yeah, I couldn't watch it. So anyway. There was a lot of controversy with these Oscars to some degree, but one of them was definitely the fact that they put the Best Actor award at the end instead of the Best Film award. How did you feel about the Oscar doing that, and how did you feel about Chadwick Boseman not winning the Best Actor award and getting snubbed maybe?
Yeah. Well, guys, so again, like I said, I didn't watch it. I honestly am kind of relieved that I didn't watch it because I hear a lot of bad things. I heard that a lot of them were just kind of speeches. And though the artists do deserve their spotlight, especially because most of them are not in the film like the directors, which we'll talk about that in a little bit. But overall, from what I saw, to your question about moving the Best Picture over next to the best or keeping the Best Actor to the very end is kind of a little cheap on the Oscars. So the reason why I say that is because everyone knows that Chadwick Boseman, it's his last film, probably his last film on to ever be nominated, and for them to use that as a way to lure people in or keep people tuned in is kind of cheap. But the next part is even worse, that he didn't win the Oscar, though he won a lot of other awards before then that indicated that he was going to. I'm going to be honest with you. I haven't seen what Anthony Hopkins, the legend, of course, now the oldest Oscar-winning actor in history.
At 83.
I didn't see his movie, so I will watch it because I love Anthony Hopkins. We got to pay respects where respect is due. But for the Oscars not to give Chadwick Boseman that role, that award, and also with how powerful that role was in the Netflix original movie that he was in with Viola Davis as well, it's kind of cheap. And
Rainey's Black Bottom,
dude, like what the hell is going on with that, dude? That must have been very disappointing for a lot of people while they were watching live.
Yeah, I think that a lot of people need to know that Chadwick Boseman was not nominated for Black Panther. I think that I think a lot of people think that, and I don't know why, but he's not. He was nominated for a Netflix original called Miss Rainey's Black Bottom, and
Yeah.
which she accompanied Viola Davis along with.
I didn't like that movie, but I love Chadwick in it.
Yes, he is. He's great in it. It's important to remember that Anthony Hopkins is already an Oscar winner from other movies. So the guy is top caliber acting status. I love him. I mean, this guy can act. This guy is an amazing actor. I mean, this guy's Hannibal Lecter. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I mean, he did a great job in that and a lot of other roles. I can't recall which one he won the Oscar for, but he is one of those actors that always get nominated. And so the fact of the matter is, I know that a lot of people are saying right now, or a lot of people that I respect at least are saying, people are just saying that he got snubbed, or saying that, Chadwick didn't win because of whatever whatever nonsense they want to say. But the fact of the matter is that Anthony Hopkins acted his ass off in this particular movie. And I haven't watched it yet, but I can I'll put money on it that if I watch it, I know that the guy acted his butt off, and I'd probably maybe pick him over Chadwick. But who knows? Chadwick also did a great job. And so I'm glad that Anthony won. I mean, hey, if he deserves it, then he deserves it.
The things that, I do see why you say that, and I totally respect that. But the thing is that, dude, this guy, that's his last Oscar, his last chance at an Oscar, and it's about more of like a showsman. And I totally get that this is gonna sound wrong, but it's about the show and the Oscars. This is why you have the lowest rating ever, because you guys just don't know how to make a freaking show, dude. Like this, if you're gonna make people wait till the very end, at least give him a good resolution, man. Like Chadwick deserves it. He has a lifetime, of achievements inside the movie industry, man. I can't believe they didn't vote him for him. I just really can't believe that. That's just my opinion on it.
Yeah, I totally agree with that. I agree that whoever deserves it should win the Oscar. Whoever did the best job, the better man for the job, should win that award. And I'm not saying that Chadwick wasn't the best man, because I didn't watch the whole movie. No. Neither did I watch Anthony Hopkins. But the fact of the matter is that they won. And look, the Oscars also thought that Chadwick was going to win because they put the best actor at the end, trying to give him an homage. It just made sense that they thought it was. And at the end, it just turned out that he didn't win, which also kind of gives you a lot of faith and trust in that the Oscars don't know exactly what's going to happen when it comes to who's going to win and who is going to win,
I guess.
But that's the reason why they put it at the end, because of Chadwick Boseman. I mean, this is an unprecedented thing that never, ever in the history of Oscars has they ever done something like this. But hopefully next year, they come back at full force. Hopefully everything is back to normal by the next Oscars that we have, and everything seems hunky-dory.
Yeah, we will see about that one, dude. Because it's a downward spiral at this point. So
anyway, that is your Hot Tops.
Yeah, let's go on to streaming and chillin'. Well,
we got Disney Plus. We got the ending and the finale of the Falcon and the Winter Soldier, which was very, very interesting, to say the least. What'd you think, man?
All right, so I just want to I'm just gonna put it out there. The last episode was very disappointing, underwhelming, to say the least. The best parts of it were actually seeing Anthony Mackie in the Captain America suit, the upgraded version of it, and the ending, the very last scene with the original American super soldier, which was his mentor, his friend. Seeing that scene, how they kind of paid homage and kind of paid respects to him and his sacrifices, what he was doing for the country, that he never got allocates, he never got represented as. That was great. That was cool. It's very very true to our times, that what kind of society and what a lot of people that in this generation are trying to really focus on, and making sure that we kind of assign what people deserve. If they made a sacrifice, they deserve it. And so in this case, that was it. I really enjoyed that part. but everything else kind of fell apart for me.
Yeah, I think that's one part that I didn't enjoy, that they made it very political. I don't watch these shows to go on CNN or Fox News. I watch these shows to get entertained, and if there is somewhat of a message there about freedom and a patriotism, then great, that's awesome. I think that this last show, to me, was very disappointing, that it really under-delivered. I felt like I was waiting for something bigger than what happened, and nothing happened. And so even to the point where I knew already what was in that suitcase on the 5th episode. I knew that it was going to be the suit. I knew that it was going to be Anthony Mackie's whole, Captain America formation or transformation, I'm sorry. And I was even underwhelmed with the way that the suit looked. Now, when I say that, I completely understand that it looks very, very similar to what's in the comics. Very similar. Yes. However, to me, I didn't like it because it just seemed too ridiculous. Comic-y, very ridiculous, very Now, when I say that, I also say, hey, because somebody told me, who told me this? I think it was my wife that told me, well, don't you remember Captain America when he came? He gave him, but
right.
It was in a different time, it was in the 60s and, all this other stuff. I just don't agree that you have to make these characters look like the comic book exactly. You got to make them look a bit more realistic, a bit more like, hey, you're not an idiot to wear that out there and you'll get your butt kicked by someone. But like, kind of like, but I enjoyed the fact that I love that Bucky was there with him. I loved what they did with Bucky. I love what they did with Zemo. I loved at the ending of it. I didn't like the Agent Carter ending. I don't feel that character really fits doing something like that. Her character doesn't resemble that villain kind of type that they were trying to give her. I didn't believe it. I wasn't a believer of it.
Yeah,
and then at the end, like I said, Captain America was just really, really disappointing to me. Not that I mind that Mackie was Captain America. I just felt like they pushed it too much. It should have came a little more gradually than the way that they made it seem. And I just didn't want real life stuff to get into my
Marvel stuff.
My Marvel stuff.
Yeah.
And I think they did that too much.
Yeah, face for
it was
sure.
just too much.
Absolutely. It was like, I think both of them were.
Even with the race stories. With the race also.
That's exactly it. Yeah.
And I love that they had the statue of the guy that they mistreated.
I think that was amazing.
I thought that was amazing. I love that part of it. However, like I said, I still felt like it was too much about race. I felt like it was too much about all those things. And I don't mind those things. I want those things to be talked about. However, this is fantasy for me. This is like, Marvel.
Yeah.
I don't want my CNN and my Fox News
to
come in. I don't watch those things either, but you know what I mean. And so I just felt that there was too much of that, and it kind of lost me. I just want to add, I like that Mackie's being Captain America. I'm glad that he's finally taking the responsibility of being that person.
That's what Cap wanted.
But I hated the fact that he gave it up in the first place, or that it just, he was pissing me off, and to the point where I was just like, man, make Bucky Captain America now, man.
I know, that's what I was
saying. But I'm glad that he's back on it. I'm glad that so he's a good dude.
Yeah.
He's a good dude. Now, I do want him to drink some serum. I do want him to get some superpowers, dude.
Even though I do like how they were doing the whole wing incorporation to like the shield and stuff, and how he was using that all together, that was pretty dope. Yeah. I really like that part. So
anyway, that is that.
Yeah, guys, like and subscribe, comment below, let us know what you guys think.
Yeah, guys. Also, just check us out right there on YouTube, on Facebook, on MovieMinds.com, or just Movie Minds. Check us out. We have some great content there for you guys. And as always, and like always, stay
movie minded.
Movie minded.